This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Today we're dealing with a Bosch condenser dryer. This is the Ascenta dryer, and we're going to learn how to clean the filters and also how to get the pump unclogged. So this is the dryer looks like. We got to make sure we unplug it for safety's sake. And first we're going to clean the condenser filter, so we press down, pull this panel open, and we're going to lift up on this one, lift down on this one, and we'll pull out this part, and then we'll reach in and grab the condenser filter. Just pull that straight out, and about once a month it's good to run this underneath some clean water to knock out all the lint. So conventional dryers have their lint filter and their lint tube that help expel the lint that builds up. With a condenser dryer, we have this filter that needs to be cleaned, again, probably once a month. And we're just running clean water through the front and through the honeycomb sides to get all the lint out. And if you don't do that, the lint will build up and it can end up clogging the pump. So now we're going to reach in and we're going to remove a plastic panel. Oh, before we do that, we're going to get rid of some of the lint we can just see that's built up on the walls of the dryer. Just want to get any lint out that you can. It's normal for the lint to build up. It's just little pieces of clothing that accumulate, but it can clog the pump and cause other problems. So we want to get a screwdriver and push in on the two tabs on this plastic panel so we can lift it up. And underneath the panel is a little sump well where water collects, and sometimes some lint collects in there, so we have to clean it out. So we're going to pull that panel out. We can see it has these two tabs that we have to push in with a paint scraper or with a standard head screwdriver and then lift up to get it out. So as we go in here with the camera, we can see the sump area has some water and also some lint that's built up over time. And that can be pulled into the pump and then keep the pump from working. So we're going to just reach in and try to remove some of the lint that's built up. You can also use just paper towels to soak up some of the water and pull the lint out. And this is all the lint that we pulled out, this big chunk. Now we have a cup of water. We're going to use a turkey baster to put some water in the turkey baster and then fill the sump up with clean water. We're going to do this a couple of times. I'm going to put about a cup or mug worth of water in there with your turkey baster. And then we'll close the panel. I just want to show you inside. You can see that water level has come up. There's still a little bit of lint in there, but you can see we got about a cup of water in there. We're going to see if the pump's working. So we close the panel, set the dryer for drying. Any of the drying modes is okay. And then we're going to set up a cup to catch the water that will pump out. We just want to put this drain tube, comes out of the back of the dryer, into a cup or a bowl, and then we'll start it up, and it should, if it's working, it should pump out all that water. So we turn it on, and we can see the pump is active. It's pumping out the water, and there's still a little bit of dirt or lint in there too. So if we do this process several times, it's a good way to test the pump and just to clean out any remaining dirt or lint that's caught in that sump area. So we're still getting a little bit of water coming out. Sometimes these, and we can see the dryer is working good now, sometimes these pumps get weak and we have to replace them. So here's the pump off to the left here, straight in front of us. And there's the sump area, which is now dry. We got all the water out, so the pump did work. A little bit of lint left. So we're going to put this sump panel back in. Just goes in with the back edge first, and then it just push down, it'll clip into place. We'll put the condenser filter back in. Just push it all the way back as far as it'll go. The handle part of it should be down, not up. And then we put in the panel that holds it in. It only goes in one way. You have to push it all the way in as far as it'll go. And then you push these blue connectors into position to hold it. Lock them in. Close the panel. And we'll set it again for dry. And when we start it, it should pump out any water that's left. I put a little extra water in there to test it. So we turn it on, and then now we have it hooked up. You can hear it pumping out. So that's working good. Now we're going to remove the regular filter. Take it over to the sink and clean it. These Bosch filters have a really fine mesh, and if they get even a little bit dirty, the dryer can complain. So we're going to put it in the sink, use a little dishwashing liquid and an old toothbrush and some hot water. We're just going to scrub it using the soap. Will help break up any lint that's caught. Also, any dryer sheets are a big mistake to use on Bosch because they put a waxy coating on the filter, and then only about 10% of the air can flow through, so the clothes don't dry, and it sets off different codes and can keep the dryer from even being able to do the load. So those are a big mistake for Bosch dryers. So you want to get it super clean. When you're done, these Bosch filters should be a bright white. If they're gray or a dull color, it's good to clean them again. Just running hot water over it. And this should be done probably every couple of weeks. These dryers are all about airflow, and when these get clogged up, you're limiting your airflow down. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe when you get a chance. Thanks again. Bye-bye. This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Today we're dealing with a Bosch condenser dryer. This is the Ascento dryer, and we're going to learn how to clean the filters and also how to get the pump unclogged. So this is the dryer looks like. We got to make sure we unplug it for safety's sake. And first we're going to clean the condenser filter. So we press down, pull this panel open, and we're going to lift up on this one, lift down on this one, and we'll pull out this part, and then we'll reach in and grab the condenser filter.